Hi everyone, my name is Jona Colson, and I'm very proud to be a part of the Literary Hill Bookfest this year. And this year I'm celebrating two books, the first book being an anthology that I co-edited called This Is What America Looks Like, Poetry and Fiction from Washington, D.C., Maryland, and Virginia. And the other book is my own collection of poems called Said Through Glass. But first, This Is What America Looks Like, which was published in February of 2021, is published by the Washington Writers Publishing House, which is a 45-year-old press in the Washington, D.C. area, and it's a cooperative, all-volunteer small press, and this is its first anthology in over 25 years. So we're really proud of this, along with Carolyn Bach, who was a fiction editor, and Kathleen Wheaton, the president of the Washington Writers Publishing House. So this diverse, inclusive, and incisive anthology features over 100 works of poetry and fiction from 100 writers living within 75 miles of our nation's capital. Following an open call for submissions in February of 2020, the press received over 500 creative pieces. The pandemic and the nationwide protests for racial justice are reflected in the work here. And this represents the historical moment in which we are living, and we're very proud of this anthology. So I'm going to read one poem from the anthology, which is our first place poetry winner, and the poem is called Last Epistle, and it's by Katima Lee. Last Epistle. If I die suspiciously, please know I didn't kill myself. If you read my statuses, emails, and tweets, testimonies to tiresome days and anticlimactic nights, know I knew life was more tepid creek than volcano. I wouldn't jog my daily route, then dive into dark water, and if by chance I fell in, I would grow gills. I wouldn't shape ropes out of bags or dare any savior to take my life. Melancholy is not preface to death. Black or brown is not prologue to demise. My birth is not precursor to my passing too soon. If I disappear, look for me. Sincerely, unnamed. Again, that's Last Epistle by Katima Lee from the anthology This Is What America Looks Like. And then I would like to read one poem from my collection, Said Through Glass, which was also published by the Washington Writers Publishing House. This poem was originally published in Plowshares. It's called The Last Time I Saw My Father. The last time I saw my father, sound and marrow-filled, he was standing on the front porch, almost the weight of a ghost. As I waved goodbye, I felt a nerve twitch, like a dog's ear batting a fly. He never sold me the world. He never said that people are good. But the next morning, when he stopped like a hare snapped in a steel trap, my name knelt down beside him, and the smallest sigh became a lullaby. I touched his hand, and like any good son, straightened his dark hair before they carried him out into the air. So that's from my own collection, Said Through Glass, and also This Is What America Looks Like, Poetry and Fiction from D.C., Maryland, and Virginia, both available from the Washington Writers Publishing House. Thank you so much for listening.